it's so cryptic that, you know, it's taking too long just to figure it out.
Then one of these shore eats coming out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think there might be like one or two little spots in the first game that, you know, you might not have seen it the first time. I know there's one room where I have this little delay with disappearing blocks where you have to float down, and then, but this, if you do it too soon, they appear. But I kept that to a minimum. All right, this is the first boss. He's called the Nice Golem. That's G-N-E-I-S-S, and it is an actual type of rock. I looked it up.
Sure doesn't look nice.
No.
Oh.
Amazing.
Got him.
I got this. What the fuck?
He has two random attacks, not one.
Okay.
Of course, I guess if it was one, it wouldn't really be random.
Bitch. Alright, I gotta figure it out. It's all good. Is that Julian Sprite or is that Vector?
He is a sprite, yeah. As are the eyes.
Damn it. Yeah. You saw me going, I got this. Damn it. You didn't do it at all last time.
Well, it's random. That's what's fun about it.
I think it's random based off of your cockiness.
Oh, okay. So when I start getting confident, he's like, oh, you're dead. It's gonna happen. Oh, jeez, doesn't twice.
Anyone else have questions about anything?
You gonna stick with no music in the save screens, or do you continue music? I remember that.
Well, when you're respawning, it's no music, but if you enter them, like when music's already playing, it just continues playing that song.
It's pretty impressive. It's a pain in the ass. At least I haven't.
You gonna try to attempt any full screen animation type bosses, like the giant hard hat guys from Mega Man?
Giant what now?
The hard hat guys from Mega Man?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Probably not, because you need to stay sealed in the room. Like, you know, those rooms have black backgrounds, and the game keeps Mega Man from actually exiting the screen. Whereas this one...
Yeah!
Whereas this one, if you exit the screen, you just go to the left or to the right, so... Yes, go back and save. Keep going.
Who's counting deaths? Is anyone counting deaths?
I'll have this up on the side in no time, so we'll be able to do a death count.
Two at the screw attack table.
Alright, yeah, it's approximately, I would guesstimate 20 or so.
Oh yeah, that is one thing. The game will have a death counter on the
Oh,
game.
will it? Okay.
Oh.
And it will be savable via a password. It will just be like 4 extra characters you got to put in.
Ah! Boomerangs!
Oh my god. Hey guys.
Those are pickaxes, not boomerangs.
3-minute warning.
Okay.
Thanks.
3-minute warning? Okay.
So do you get it even if you finish it under so many lives? A different ending?
The harder difficulties will be back with the finite amount of continues. I think in hard it'll be 65, and very hard it'll be like 25. Yes.
The complexity for coding the different patterns for the bosses, is it easier to program the stationary bosses like the Golem, even though they're doing the same amount of attacks, or is it...
Because they just use projectiles, so you're just spawning projectiles from a fixed point.
So does the moving bosses function kind of like a projectile in regards to programming? Or is there something a lot...
Well, I mean, there's a routine for moving things around, you know, projectile or enemy. I guess in a way they did kind of do, but I guess it's like a projectile shooting projectiles.
I didn't know if there was
It's
anything.
hard, yeah. It's,
Which do you prefer programming more? Because definitely the moving ones are much more like the final.
yeah.
In terms of the final bosses, of the first game as an example, the guy that you fight before the battle mech, infinitely more interesting as a fight than the actual battle mech itself.
Yeah.
And
the thing is, though, those bosses are so much harder to do because they're moving. But I will definitely have, you know, the smaller moving bosses. I've got I would say at least 3 or 4 planned out to do for the game, but they don't come till a little later.
If there was bars or limitations to the system that would allow you to only do certain things, and that's why, as not necessarily a placeholder boss, they're still difficult and they're fun to do, but is there a reason to just keep the stationary bosses in outside of potentially just
Just
simplicity?
because, yeah, they're generally easier to make. Not, doesn't mean that they're a bad boss or any easier, but, so they said we gotta end this soon.
So panel
Yeah.
attendees get the ROM, right?
No.
Actually, this question to you guys. Phone in the back, was there? There was a phone? Phone somewhere?
You need a cell phone?
Oh, that missing phone.
Awesome. Somebody.
I don't know
I'll
where
find
it
it.
Lost this guy there.
Yeah,
Hi, I just walked in.
okay.
I was wondering, are you selling
Yeah.
Battle Kit at like an
I really wanted to, and the one-day mailing did not show up at my house. So, I am, however, if you're interested in getting a signed copy, though, give me your name. If you have do you have a PayPal account?
only credit.
Because yeah, it's mainly got to be done through PayPal or cash. But I could mail them out to people who might want to get one. It'd be slightly cheaper than buying it off the RetroZone site.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe like about $3 or so cheaper. Well, not much, but still. Or I'm gonna shut this down.
Alright, thank you.
Yeah!
I'm gonna try to get the laptop somewhere on the vendor floor. It was supposed to be a screw tax table. We just need to find an outlet for it. Okay. So
Very
if you want
nice.
to play it, come on by.
Professor Shine.
Yes, sir.
Both of our cameras are on fumes. Your timing could not be better. So,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. As always.
Oops.